Hi, my loves. Welcome back. We're diving deep into the last half of September of 2025. And if you've been feeling the pressure building emotionally, spiritually, and energetically, you're not imagining it. This reading is meant to help us understand what's really going on beneath the surface, what spiritual truths we need to hold, and what it'll take to make it through the rest of this month with power and clarity. Please remember, this is a collective energy reading, so take only what resonates with your heart, your intuition, and your higher knowing, and lovingly leave the rest. And if your soul is calling you to understand your personal path through this transformation, I offer spirit led readings through my Etsy shop, both pendulum and tarot, each one a sacred conversation between you and spirit. You'll find the link to my Etsy shop in the pinned comment below and in the video description. Let's begin. Spirit, what is the dominant energy surrounding the collective during this last half of September of 2025? We received the Six of Cups reversed. This is the card of nostalgia turning sour, living in the past, and blocked joy. Queen of Swords upright. This is a card of mental clarity and wisdom earned through pain. And Temperance reversed. This is imbalance, emotional turbulence, and spiritual disconnection. Spirit is showing us the ache of a fractured timeline. We're yearning for simplicity, for innocence, for a version of the world that no longer exists. But the Queen of Swords steps forward like a spiritual sentinel. She tells us that it's time to stop reminiscing and start reckoning. This is about clarity without emotional bypass and truth without self delusion. Temperance reverse reminds us that the collective is off kilter. We're spiritually parched, emotionally reactive, and struggling to find our center. This isn't because we're weak, it's because we've been lied to so many times that even silence feels suspicious now. Spirit is calling us to recalibrate, but first, we're going to need to stop pretending that we're okay. Spirit, what lesson, wound, or karmic pattern is being triggered for the collective right now? We receive the Knight of Cups upright. This is romantic idealism and emotional quests. Three of Swords upright. This is heartbreak, grief, and painful clarity. And the Eight of Cups upright. This is walking away and seeking higher meaning. We're being tested on our capacity to grieve with grace and still keep moving. The Knight of Cups wants to believe in beauty, hope, and a better future, but reality has pierced the veil. The Three of Swords reminds us that we can't bypass heartbreak on the spiritual path. There's a necessary mourning happening right now, not just for personal loss, but for the world that we once lived in. The Eight of Cups is our invitation. Don't stay in spaces that no longer feed your spirit. Whether it's ideology, politics, relationships, or safety illusions, it's time to walk towards truth, no matter how uncomfortable it feels. Spirit, what's happening behind the scenes that we need to be aware of? We receive the World reversed. This is incomplete cycles and blocked evolution. Five of Swords upright. This is hidden agendas and power plays. The Devil upright. This is addiction, control, and spiritual enslavement. And the Two of Cups reversed. This is broken unity and divided connections. This is the core of the storm, and Spirit says that the cycle we thought was ending isn't over yet, and it's being artificially held open by those invested in our spiritual disconnection. The Five of Swords exposes behind the scenes manipulation and strategic chaos, not accidents, but orchestration. Immediately, the Kirk incident popped into my mind. The Devil confirms it. Something is feeding off of our fear, disunity, and dependence. And the Two of Cups reversed, it warns us that alliances we trust may be fractured, and even the most sacred unions between people, nations, or truth and power are being distorted. This is a spiritual war of attention, unity, and clarity, and many are losing. Spirit, what divine truth or practice can help us stay grounded and clear? We receive the Seven of Cups reversed. This is clarity and no more illusions. The Emperor upright. This is structure, power, and spiritual discipline. The Moon upright. This is intuition, mystery, and confronting the unknown. With these cards, Spirit is letting you know that you are not powerless, you are not crazy, and you are not lost. The fog is beginning to lift, but only for those willing to see without filters. The Emperor arrives as a stabilizer, not authoritarian, but sacred masculine order. He says that if you don't build your own structure, someone else will build it for you. And the moon reminds us that clarity isn't the same as certainty. This is a time to walk by spiritual sight, not societal light. You don't have to have all the answers. You just have to stop lying to yourself about what you know deep down inside. Spirit, what energy, distraction, or narrative might pull us off track if we're not careful? We receive the Five of Wands upright. This is conflict, competition, and disunity. Six of Pentacles reversed. This is power imbalances and false generosity. And the Three of Cups reversed. This is isolation and superficial connections. Spirit is warning us to watch out for distractions that look like debates but are really power plays. The Five of Wands energy is being manufactured to keep us arguing over crumbs while the real harvest is stolen. The Six of Pentacles reversed exposes the trap. They give just enough to feel merciful, but not enough to change the system. And the Three of Cups reversed reminds us that even community can be distorted. Watch who's celebrating what, and whether it's rooted in truth or trauma bonding. Spirit, what potential timeline or breakthrough could we co-create by the end of this month? We receive the Sun upright. This is clarity, joy, truth, and enlightenment. Death upright. This is transformation, release, and spiritual rebirth. And the Hanged Man upright. This is higher perspective, surrender, and divine pause. With these cards, Spirit is showing us the spiritual reward of staying awake, radiant truth, soul level evolution, and the grace of seeing with new eyes. But this breakthrough doesn't come from ease, it comes from surrender. The sun shines light on what's real, death clears what can no longer stay, and the Hanged Man is saying that sometimes stillness is the revolution. By the end of September, if we hold the line, we could witness a quiet miracle. Not everyone will notice it, but those who do will never unsee it. Spirit, what do our guides want us to remember no matter what happens? We receive the Queen of Cups upright. This is compassion, emotional intelligence, spiritual intuition, and divine feminine care. Seven of Pentacles upright. This is long-term growth, patience, slow harvest, and investment in the future. And Knight of Pentacles reversed. This is stagnation, procrastination, overworking with no rest, and resistance to movement. Spirit's final message is both tender and urgent. The Queen of Cups reminds us that our sensitivity is not a weakness to overcome, but a gift to honor. Your ability to feel deeply, to sense what others miss, to receive intuitive guidance, this is exactly what the world needs during this transformation. Stop apologizing for being emotional and start recognizing your emotions as spiritual intelligence. The Seven of Pentacles asks for patience with the process. You've been planting seeds through your healing work, your spiritual practice, and your commitment to growth. And these seeds are taking root even when you can't see the results yet. Trust that everything that you've been working towards is culminating, even if the timing doesn't match your expectations. The Knight of Pentacles reversed is Spirit's warning not to force what needs time to unfold naturally. Some transformations cannot be rushed, some healing cannot be hurried, and some spiritual initiations have their own divine timing. Your job is to trust the process, not control it. Altogether, the cards are letting us know that the last half of September is a spiritual initiation disguised as chaos. We're being tested on our willingness to follow our soul truth over emotional safety, to trust our inner knowing even when it's leading us to unknown territory. Spirit is letting us know that behind the chaos are all the old systems that are desperately trying to maintain control and our own addiction to familiar dysfunction. Our anchors during this time are being able to see clearly, have sovereign authority, and to trust our intuition. The traps that they're laying out for us are manufactured conflict, false generosity, and fake community. But if we stay awake, the possibilities include authentic joy, complete transformation, and revolutionary new ways of seeing. Spirit wants you to know that your sensitivity is not a flaw in your design. It's the very thing that's going to help you navigate what's coming. So, my love, trust what you feel, trust what you know, and trust that you are exactly where you need to be to become who you're meant to be. Thank you so much for watching, love. The transformation that we are praying for is happening through the breakdown that we've been fearing. This isn't punishment, it's preparation. Everything that's falling apart is making space for something so much more beautiful to be built. Let me know in the comments what resonated with you from this session. I read every single one and I truly love connecting with you. If you have questions or something that you're still sitting with, drop it below. You're not alone on this path. For those feeling drawn to explore your individual journey more deeply, I hold sacred space through personalized pendulum and tarot readings in my Etsy shop. Each reading is crafted with deep care and reverence for your unique spiritual path. You'll find the link in my bio and in the pinned comment. Remember, love, this was a collective reading, so not everything will apply to everyone. Always trust your heart, always trust your intuition. Only take what resonates and lovingly leave the rest. Please take a moment to make sure that you're subscribed to this channel and turn on notifications so that you don't miss out on what Spirit's bringing through next. You are guided, you are loved, and we're in this together. I'll meet you in the comments.